Cambridge this morning?
Yeah, that took about 3 hours. Shocking. But I had Vampire Diaries to watch, so I was set.
Vampire Diaries.
My favourite. Oh, it's ever so gripping.
So why did you decide to train to be a lawyer?
Good question, first of all, Jen. Never been asked that one before.
You're welcome.
As a kid, I loved anything sort of crime-based. I loved the classic 1980s, like American gangster films, always with a bit of injustice in there. I really wanted a job that was fast-paced, dynamic, and pretty challenging. I was first lawyer in my family, so went into it sort of with my eyes closed just a little bit, but really enjoying it so far.
Oh, good.
How about you, Jen? What was your driving factor?
Do you know, I think mainly is that I enjoy solving problems for people.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's your main job as a lawyer, is to find solutions for your clients. And I enjoy the types of clients that we're working with here as well. So there's always something a bit different. So I'd probably say it's mainly that.
Bit of problem solving.
Yeah.
Nice one.
So what attracted you to Taylor Vinters, Lewis?
A couple of things. So I studied my law degree up in Norwich, which is part of East Anglia. Obviously our headquarters are in Cambridge, so it wasn't too far from there. And today we're obviously in London, and we have an office in Singapore, so it's really nice to have the 2 offices here and an international office. So not many firms our size can offer that international
That's true.
size, which is really interesting. So I also really wanted to work for a firm that was pretty forward-thinking, not stuffy or traditional, and Taylor Vinters has certainly proved to be so.
Oh, good.
How about you, Jen?
The main thing I like about TVs is the teams here. So I was a paralegal first, so I had the luxury of getting to know people.
Didn't put you off?
No, if anything, it just endeared me more, Lewis. And the size of the teams are great, so you never feel unsupported as a junior, and naturally then that leads on to good career progression for me. So, yeah.
What have you enjoyed most in your training so far, Jen?
I would say I like working with the different teams in the firm, getting to know how everyone works, getting to know people, and I like the flexibility, even as a trainee, of working between the Cambridge and the London office. So that's, it's a bit of variety.
Yeah.
What about you?
I really like the level of responsibility you're giving as a trainee from day one. As you said, the teams are pretty small, so your input is valued straight away, and you can make a difference to the matters that you're working on. You get real hands-on experience with clients, which I know other trainees in a lot of firms don't get until much later on in their training, or even as an associate. So you feel sort of valued right from the off in the input that you're giving.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, what is the best piece of advice?
I don't know if I can say it on camera, that's the problem.
What is it?
You asked!
What's the second piece of good advice you think?
Yeah, just put your neck out for anything and your hand up. So there's loads of different opportunities within the firm to do networking, try different events, and if you've got something that you're especially passionate about, there's a forum to say that. I want to try something, and if it's a half decent idea, usually somebody's willing to listen and give it a go.
Yeah, and they never shoot you down either, it's always really welcome, so I like that. So how would you describe Taylor Vinters in 3 words?
I start with innovative, so we do a lot of new things that other firms don't do. Our model of international working is pretty groundbreaking. How about you, Jen? Where are you going for the next one?
Entrepreneurial, I think, because that's really our main focus for all of our clients, and I think that's where the most interesting work is, because you see all these new ideas.
A lot of
Quite
startups.
inspiring, yeah. What about you? Last one?
Last one, I would say dynamic. So you can work between the Cambridge and the London office. You can have a call with Singapore one day and you'll be calling the US the next day. So yeah, you're constantly on your toes, different things to think about, and just quite a challenging, fast-paced environment.
I think we've summed it up pretty well.
It's quite nice that one.
That's a wrap. So where do you see yourself in 5 years, Lewis?
Hopefully still at TVs, in a team, doing some work that I really care about doing. How about you, Jen?
CEO.
Yeah, me too.
We'll just take over Matt and it's your turn. Done.
Come on, you got to keep that.
Got to keep that last bit in. That's the only fun bit.
I like that a lot.
Okay, now that's a wrap.
That's right. Well, I'm supposed to say that.
Well, to be honest, Lewis, I think you summed that up really well. You couldn't beam all right.
I love hearing that, Jen.